Hello everyone and welcome to another edition of Psychosin Reviews. Today we are going to be reviewing the upcoming new album that is out in about 3-4 days by legendary extreme stroke black metal UK metalers, the one and only Anaal Nathrakh. Now I'm going to be upfront, I absolutely fucking love this band. They're one of those bands that you can't imagine any band getting heavier really. Their last few albums have been absolutely killer. They've already produced a stone cold classic in the album Hell Is Empty and All the Devils Are Here. If you've never listened to that and you like your black metal and your extreme metal, you need to get on that, trust me. But yes, they're about to release their new album. It's entitled Endarkenment, and we're going to give it a listen now, and I'm going to let you know what I think of it. The album itself is out on the 2nd of October. Let's give this a listen. In a year such as 2020, when the whole world seems to be basically burning down and everything is going to hell, it seems like the best band to soundtrack the apparent apocalypse is the one and only Anaal Nathrakh, and here they are with their new album Endarkenment, which is out on the 2nd of October. Now, I'm not going to lie, I am a huge fan of Anaal Nathrakh. I have loved pretty much everything they've done. There's a sense of trepidation with this album because they've been on such a hot streak of amazing albums for about 3-4 albums in a row now that you do get that worry, because there's something about Anaal Nathrakh's sound that is very... well, it could suffer from that problem with just being another Anaal Nathrakh album. Luckily, the band are inventive enough and bring enough new sounds into their sound to prevent that from happening. With Endarkenment, they've come up trumps again, it has to be said. Let's spoil the ending now. This is an absolutely vicious and superb album yet again. We kick off with the title track, which just punches you straight in the face, kicks you in the knackers, and then runs off with your wallet. Basically, over 3 minutes and 55 seconds, there's no mistaking what band this is. You know this is Anaal Nathrakh, you know it's heaviness, you know this is one of the best UK, well, not only one of the best UK bands around, but one of the best extreme stroke black metal bands around at the moment. Then we go into Thus Always to Tyrants, another absolutely blasting song. We continue in this fashion throughout the album. Then we get into, and another way you know this is Anaal Nathrakh, no other band would probably, apart from possibly a grindcore band, would name a track such as this. Libidinous in brackets, a pig with cocks in its eyes. Now this song is where we see the new kind of elements being brought in. So there's been the element of pure classic heavy metal in the past in their sound, but this is where it's really started to come to the fore a bit more on this album. With this song especially, you get that feeling throughout with some of the riffs, some of the solos, etc. And the Dave Hunt, the vocalist, on fine form throughout this album, yet again bringing out his inner King Diamond, especially on this song, which I wasn't quite expecting. How tight are your trousers, man? Jesus. But yes, really helps add to the heaviness and the drama of the entire song. The album continues well. Then we get to Feeding the Death Machine, 3.5 minute absolute pounding song. However, then we get to the light 3 songs that, although very good, although they will still absolutely rip your face off, no questions asked, that's the word, the words I was looking for. This is where we kind of get into the songs where it's borderline kind of white noise in a way, which Billy and Anaal Nathrakh have always been, especially they've been getting heavier and heavier with every album, which is quite a feat, so we're never the lightest band in the first place. But with the songs Create Art Though the World May Perish, fairly fairly good title considering what the world's going through right now. Singularity and Punish Them, again, considering what we're all going through right now, seems a fairly appropriate title. These 3 songs, although good, they seem to slightly kind of stall the album a little bit, because although they're good, they're not quite as up to the top tier as the previous songs of the album. They create a slight lull for me personally. They might grow on me with further listens. Admittedly, I have been listening to this through laptop speakers because obviously the album hasn't come out yet, so we haven't got a CD copy. But for me, these on a first listen didn't quite hit me as hard as the songs that had previously been. But then we come to the final song, Requiem. Now this is definitely something different. There's a bit of a female choir in the background for some of it, and a slight cradle of filth touch to it. For me personally, I heard. And even more interestingly, we get this beautiful just moment that just highlights this guitar solo near the end of the song before obviously the whole band come crashing back in again. That helps break up the heaviness, break up the song, break up the punishment. It's just something a bit different that helps keep Anaal Nathrakh interesting and keeps them on top of the game, on top of the black metal heap for me. So all in all, Endarkenment is another absolutely punishing album, and the best way I can describe this is that Anaal Nathrakh continue to be the sound of the last remnants of humanity screaming into a ravaged world. And if that sounds like something you're going to be into, you need to check this album out and just check this band out, because honestly they've not really put a foot wrong. They've never done an album that I can just say that album was absolute crap or that album was even poor. They've just done albums that aren't as good, as like high tier, as god tier as other albums. So yes, Endarkenment, it's out on the 2nd of October. I recommend you go get it if you like your more extreme stuff. Yes, it gets a 5 out of 5 from me. Definite album of the year contender. Probably, like I said, those 3 tracks probably grow on me more as I get to listen to it more. Anyway, thank you very much for watching, listening, everyone. Keep yourself safe. Feel free to obviously check out the Patreon as well, and I will see you next time.